4, and 5. Aloha and welcome back, buddies. I'm Sammy Grayson, and it is time for more Dawntrail. Claimants was just giving us a tour of the place. Have you ever had tacos? They are a Turiolal classic. Bake a crunchy shell made from cornflour and fill it with meat and salad. A lot of shops and stalls sell them, but I like how they're made here is the Bali of Thai the best. And I need one right in front of me right now. Let's head downstairs and place an order with old Brook Evu. Alright, let's go get us a fucking taco. I'm not opposed to a good taco. I've had a few in my time.
Brook Evu! My companions must sample your heavenly tacos. One for each of us, please.
Right away, promise. And I'll pack them tight with my choicest feelings. Only the best for you and your friends.
So when does Graha get one?
Did you hear the Silver Scares are back? Seems their overseas foray ended in disaster. More than half their warband is missing, including their leader.
Aye. And now keen to rebuild their broken reputations, the survivors seek the Golden City. A fool's errand. How many hopefuls have disappeared in search of that fable? They should count their lucky stars they came home alive at all.
Like, what are they talking about?
The legend of the Golden City is well known here, I take it.
It is, but as no one's ever seen it, many question if there is any truth to the tale. Like our skeptical Erinville.
I can't imagine the Dawn Servant would request a formal survey for a place that doesn't exist.
This is a fool chasing a foolish
Find
dream.
a spot with a pleasant view to enjoy our crunchy spoils.
Lead the way.
Oh. Oh.
A two-headed mamulja.
If it isn't the third promise.
Oh. No.
I'm guessing this is the asshole from the trailer.
I don't know these ones. New salt.
Dredge from foreign waters is my guess, brother.
Of course, that's it. Claimants is so afraid of the coming contest that she went crying for special help.
Was there something you wanted, Bakul Jaja?
The third promise remembers us.
Cool Shaja the Mighty.
Such an honor.
Glory on your name, brother.
And on yours, brother.
I know my rivals for the throne. Nothing more.
Another child of the Dawn Servant?
No, this brute.
We have no ties to their farce of a family. Unlike the sneevling house cat, we are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen. We alone are fit to succeed Golul Jaja as Dawn Servant.
All peoples are equal in Tulihiola. Your heritage gives you no greater claim to the throne.
Shall we test that idea here and now? See if your strength is equal to ours.
Oh, with pleasure.
None of this has any bearing on the right of succession, correct? Best not waste your energies on pointless scuffles.
Damn it.
The kitten comes to the house cat's defense.
Pathetic. Since when was our nation overrun by mewling weaklings?
Listen to me, you.
Dickheads.
A two-headed mamulja. I knew of them, but that's the first I've seen in the flesh.
Some get it into their twin heads that they're destined to follow in my father's footsteps. So they travel to distant lands to hone their battlecraft. Those are likely the ones you've heard about.
Are there other two-headed claimants?
No, just Bakul Jaja. Even in Tural, his kind are far from common. The Mamulja people largely belong to one of three clans. The Hubigo.
That is a well-rendered taco.
And the Dopro. Every once in a great while, a two-headed offspring is born from a union between the brown-scaled Hubico and the blue-scaled Bunewa. The child grows to possess immense strength, both physical and magical.
And I'm guessing that's him.
Blessed siblings indeed.
Forget them. Let's go and buy more tacos. I can think of nothing better to rid me of this bad taste in my mouth.
Enjoying your tour of the city, I trust. We've seen our share of notable sights and took a moment to rest. As such, we're ready to present ourselves at the palace for the rite of succession. Shall we meet you there?
The palace it is. I'll let Wuklamart know.
Guess the tacos are gonna have to wait.
Destiny calls. Perhaps we can return for more tacos later?
Tacos.
So it goes.
She's just like, oh, I wanted my tacos. Poor Wuklamot. I was looking forward to trying some authentic Tuliolog cuisine, but we should hurry and join Alphino and the others at the palace. Alright, it's a bit of a climb to the top, but you can head up from the Resplendent Quarter, or you can the eastern end of Talon March if you prefer. Now that you have an idea of how the city is laid out, I'll let you find your own way to Volok Shunsa. Thankfully, I've already been there and tuned to the Aetheryte Shard. Ah, my poor empty belly. Let's see. Volok Shunsa. Yep. PS5 loading times. God, this place is fucking huge. And how was your guys' tour? Cherry Moya. Oh, you met him too. Alright. You made it. Good, then we're all here. I'm still hungry enough to eat a whole roasted colibri. The contest won't wait for us forever. Bing, bing, bing. Oh boy, cutscene the episode. Let's go. The rite of succession. I've acquainted the twins with the city as best I could in a short time. Their unbridled enthusiasm made it rather difficult. Invariably, something would catch their eye, spurring them to run down an alley to investigate. It was like herding a pair of unruly curls. They're like, well... Hey, I understand all too well. Charlene had the same effect on me. Kinda digging this music. Right then, now this time we saw the inside of the palace. Papa will want to know I'm home and to meet the allies I've chosen. Given how impulsive he is though, there's no telling what we might be in for. That sounds like a fight. Is that a Stydian? Oh my god. Please tell me they're just having a sparring match.
Stydian? When did he get here?
What's the point? Why is he here?
Oh, you know this man?
We do, actually.
When my father spots a promising opponent, he invites them to Sunperch to duel. Pressing duties or no, he can't resist a good fight.
Okay, so this is all good fun between two parties. Thank God.
So the one Estinian is crossing blades with?
Is the Dawn servant, yes. Strong motherfucker.
That will do, Spearman. I will receive my darling daughter.
Hi.
Know that you are the strongest I fought in many a moon, if not longer. It is the privilege of a life long lived to face such a formidable soul.
Oh no, I'm going to have to fight him. I almost regret not going Viper for this.
If it's formidable you want, then look no further than that woman there.
Not incorrect.
I see you, warrior.
We had no idea you meant to visit Tyrrell.
I've seen what lies east. This time I chose west.
So he's been to
Did
Hingashu
our
then.
itinerant dragoon make his travel plans?
You witnessed our bout. If you thought he was fearsome, that was with one head dozing.
I'm not sure I understand.
Basically, if the other one was awake, he would have been much fiercer.
The old man has been feeling his years. The uncovered side is the head of resolve, and age has only deepened his love for combat. But the head of reason, wiser of the two, sleeps more and more these days. As I understand it, the veil helps with the restoration of his magical energies.
Enough about me, Lamati.
Lamati.
I want to hear of your adventures.
Lamachi.
A term of endearment. It's what my family calls me.
Ah. Cute little nickname.
When last did we see you in the palace? Greetings, Solonesh.
It's Erenville now, Dawn Servant.
Elenish?
I took the name while abroad, and have since grown accustomed to it.
Very then. And these others, I assume are Lamati's recruited allies.
Yes, sir.
Ha! Old-tempered steel. Yet as much as I'd enjoy testing their metal, the hour of the right is at hand. I will summon the other claimants at once. Then I shall leave you to it. Good
It's just like, peace out. The fuck are you going? And there's Mr. High and Mighty. Even he doesn't want the dude to take the throne. There's Mr. Mikote.
The claimants are assembled. The first promise, Zorolja. The second promise, Ona. The third promise, Uklamat.
Take a hand.
And lastly, the chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja. You four will compete in the right of succession, the outcome of which will decide who takes my place as Dawn Servant. I am not the man I once was. My wiser half sleeps the days away, and it is time I yield my position. But mine is a torch that has never been passed. Tuliyola is young, and so I look to the always for inspiration. The right of succession, the means by which the autarch of Mamuk was chosen. Only the two-headed were deemed fit for this contest. But the Tuliyola I built is a nation of many peoples. Our leader needn't have two heads, nor be a Mamuja at all.
Something he scoffs at, obviously.
So I gave the right of claimant, not only to the son I sired, but to my adopted children as well. Yet the opportunity to rule was still not equal. That is why a recent tournament offered a place in the contest as the winning prize.
Which is how he got here.
Now you have us to compete against. Oh, though it seems the one head was already too afraid to face us in the tournament.
It's like not even giving him the time of day.
Tural leading the Landsguard on a campaign to eradicate a Tural Vidral. Anyone with sense would know he was too busy for games.
Now for the part you've been waiting to hear. The nature of the contest itself. To
Our goal.
triumph in the right of succession, and thereby claim our nation's throne, you must travel the lands of Yogg-Tural and find the City of Gold.
There it is. Gulp. She's like, McFucking excuse me.
If I may, Father.
Speak, Kona.
The Golden City is an ancient Turali legend, but after so many failed attempts to find it, the story has become more fairy tale than fact. If you would charge us with such a quest, are we then to assume you have proof of the city's existence?
You offer us proof, my unbroken word, for I have seen it with my own 4 eyes.
Well, there we go then.
The city's real. All those years.
This was before the founding of Tuliyola. I traveled the lands of Tural with my companions, and we ended our journey at the gates to the Golden City. I mean to have you do the same, but in order to achieve victory proper, you need to break the seal I put in place.
Oh boy.
Bring them.
Special devices for breaking the seal, no doubt. So, where are Thancred and Urianger in all this? I assume they're escorting Mr. Catman. They're all different. Are these the pieces from the stone pillars?
The Tuliyola saga.
You will retrace the path I walked to unite our peoples, step by step. Along the way, 7 chosen electors will be waiting to measure your worth.
The 6 areas we explore in this expansion, no doubt.
Earn their keystones by performing the feats they ask of you. Once you've fitted each of the 7 tablets with the keystone, you'll have the key to unlock the seal on the Golden City's gates.
Interesting.
So the contest is in stages, none of which can be skipped by rushing to the ultimate objective.
Exactly. Exciting, isn't it?
Martial tournaments, hunting festivals, and now this? You do so love your contests, Papa.
Were I a few years younger, I would have joined in myself, giving you a proper challenge.
Oh, that would have been so interesting.
You may think the ride is tedious or nonsensical, or both. But I am yielding our nation's throne. Let me have this final indulgence.
Fair enough.
A waste of time. Just name Bakunja as successor and be done with it.
The rite of cessation begins now. I'll be watching your progress with great interest.
He so badly wants to tell this kid to fuck off.
And Claimants, remember to collect your tablets before you leave.
Now Kryl has a word. Oh, I suppose this is about her grandfather.
Speak freely.
I am Kryl Baldessian, representative of the students of Baldessian. My name is perhaps familiar to you?
Naruhodo ne.
It would seem you sent this letter to my orders some years ago. The ink has since faded and much of the writing is illegible. Even so, we managed to determine the essence of it. A request to investigate the Golden City, addressed to my grandfather, Galuf. Included with the correspondence was this earring.
Yeah, what's with the earring?
And a piece of jewelry were enough to convince my grandfather to sail halfway across the world. So there is surely some greater mystery at work here. On behalf of the students, I've come to seek clarification on the matter. Have you any knowledge you might share with me?
I would assume that's a job for the other head.
No, not at this time. I have tasked the Claimants with finding the Golden City. To fulfill your request would afford one of them an unfair advantage in the right of succession.
So it does have to do with the Golden City.
But once the contest is decided, I plan to entrust the entire truth to my successor. If you want to hear it, then you had best help MiChumi win.
And just like that, Kryle has motivation in the story.
Very well, Dawn Servant. On my honor as a student of Baldessian, I will find your Golden City. Thank you for hearing my petition.
Picto buddies.
How about that? She's grown into a remarkable young woman. You should be proud, Galuf.
Just a big procession out the gates.
Too late to change your mind now, I suppose. But are you sure you wish to be part of this?
Wouldn't be here if I didn't.
Our third promise is not wont to take no for an answer. Though you may have agreed to help, I worry that you were swept up in her relentless enthusiasm. Or perhaps you've been lured by the glory of the Golden City. Either way, this contest for the throne will place you and yours at the heart of political turmoil.
Nothing I'm not familiar with.
If you are second-guessing your decision, tell me now. This may be my last chance to help you withdraw.
She's like,
Life is a series of journeys, my friend. And there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
made my decision and I mean to see it through.
Is that so? I will speak no more of it then.
He's like, if you insist.
I can no longer conduct myself as a mere guide, I think. Not after the Dawn Servant's revelation.
Ooh, you coming with us? There's the first promise.
Here they come! It's Saralja! Such a fearsome mien. Make no mistake, there goes Tuliola's mightiest warrior.
First promise. Our village needs aid. The cold weather stunts our crops, and the children of our village go hungry. Once you ascend the throne, I beg of you, grant my people new lands, please!
Serelja.
Take heart, tiller of the soil. The resilient son, blood heir to the Dawn Servant, has heard your pleas.
Soralja, the first promise and commander of the Landsguard. Serelja, the Palaceer.
Ah.
As he was so careful to remind the crowd, Soralja is indeed the natural child of Gurul Jaja.
And Resilient Son, is that another title, like the first promise?
After a fashion. Common knowledge has it that two-headed Mamulja cannot sire children.
Usually.
Yet Soralja was born all the same, with the head of Resolve's features and the head of Reason's scales. An extraordinary example of life's unyielding resilience.
And a warrior's reticence. He says little, but the way he moves... I know a hardened soldier when I see one.
He's a natural swordsman, a gift he inherited from his father. Some even say that the son has already surpassed the sire. Should he come to power, the first promise means to employ that martial prowess in the conquest of foreign lands. For this, he and his supporters have been labeled expansionists. This puts him in direct opposition to Wuklamat.
Ah, he's the one she was warning us about. Not of the other dickheads.
You may recall that she spoke of a claimant who cannot be allowed to rule. That is Soralja, the warmonger.
Cryon, are you all right?
The echo. It gave me a glimpse into Zoralja's ambitions.
Oh my god, it wasn't me for once.
Deep and unknowable, like an abyss. Yet at the same time, a roaring, unquenchable fire. It was a trifle terrifying, to be frank.
Mr. Catman.
Second promise, you must bring us more marvelous conveniences, more dirigibles and trains and the like. We need you in charge to make trading easier. The elders, they complain and complain about abandoning tradition. But we're not like them, afraid of everything foreign and new. You have our wholehearted support. With your ingenuity and knowledge, you're sure to win the contest.
Forgive me, but the right of succession is barely begun. I will hear your petitions if and when I am named Dawn Servant. If you will excuse me.
Plain spoken, as always. That's Arcona. Practical to a fault.
Here we have Kona, the second promise, who spent time as a pupil at Charlian's own studium.
Just
now
like
that
us.
You mention it, I think I did see him in the halls once or twice. There was nothing to suggest he was Turali, much less from a royal family.
That was by design. He forwent his usual garb and took an Eorzean name to avoid attention.
So it was Kona who introduced the dirigibles. And the railway too, given what we just heard.
In furtherance of his goal, to enrich Tuliolal with every bright notion he learned of in Charlian. He is the hope of those who prize innovation.
So, not the worst choice.
As aloof as he may seem, Kona and Wuklamat actually get along rather well. They bicker and banter as only close siblings do.
speaking of which... Never mind.
How gracious of you all to cheer the lesser Claimants. Oh, come now. What are you afraid of? I'm no different from your Dawn servant. That my kind should reign is Mamulja tradition, and has been so since before there was a Tuliolan. I'll brush aside your feeble contenders, and then you'll see who deserves your fealty.
Well said, brother.
The Mamulja have finally found peace in Tuliolal. I pity those fanatics are intent on keeping that tradition alive.
Not so
The
enthused.
chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja, winner of the recent martial tournament, and the only claimant not of the Dawn's promise. His strength is undeniable, but you see how he is. A few devoted Mamulja are his only supporters.
What would he do with the throne should he win it?
A return to the old ways, most like.
I doubt he's thought much beyond winning the contest itself. But one thing seems certain. If he does become Dawn Servant, he will see the Mamulja exalted as the ruling class, and all others forced into subservience.
Sounds like another that cannot be allowed to rule.
There we go. Here's our girl. Now that everyone's already left.
We wish for one thing and one thing only, Third Promise. To abide together in harmony with our neighbors whom we love in this land we share. It is our way, the Turoli way.
Galul Jaja built for us this peaceful nation, and we beg you to preserve it.
You have my word. I won't let your pleas go unanswered.
Until Tuliolal was founded some 80 years ago, this continent was ravaged by war. The eldest among us remember that dark era, and they are Wuklamat's most ardent supporters.
Apologies, it's hard to get away. This is Namika, my childhood nursemaid. She's been like a mother to me my whole life. I told her it wasn't necessary, but she insisted on seeing us off.
I place our precious Third Promise into your care.
Take good care of her, ma'am.
Did you know Wuklamat was taking part in the rite of succession?
Of the Dawn's promise? I thought it was only Zoralja and Kona. If she has any accomplishments to her name, I've yet to hear them.
Compared to the two Mamulja, she pales in martial prowess. And then there's Kona, who's far and away the most educated of the bunch. I hate to say it, but it's hardly a competition.
Damn.
It's fine. More than anyone. I understand how much better my brothers are than me.
Better? Wuklamat. I have never thought of you as the lesser sibling. Your brothers may excel in their respective ways, but you boast qualities that both lack. A strength that is yours alone.
Thank you, Namika. Well, we ought to be on our way.
Yes, hurry along. I await word of your victory with bated breath.
And there we go. The right of succession. Yeah. You know, I hate to say this, because as much as I love Wuklamat, she is definitely my girl here, but at the end of this, I see Kona taking the throne with Wuklamat being like an advisor or some such. Because she definitely has a way with the people more than Kona does. And if the two of them get along as much as we're hearing they do, then that just seems natural to me. Anyway, well, so much for the brief reunion I had in mind. Papa's not one to waste time when he decides to act. I'm used to it by now, of course, but the others are often caught off guard. In any case, we should talk about how we're going to find the City of Gold. We have to work with the 7 tablets and their connection to the Tuliolal saga. What I first suggest comparing the tablets against the pillars. We can check for any discrepancies between them. Good idea. Let's go and take a look. Keep going until we finish. I can't go that way. Keep going until we finish the quest and then call it an episode. Where am I going? Oh, that's cute. Slink down by me. Just passed through. And there we go. Find anything? That makes everyone. Look them at the tablets, if you would. Of course. So are we actively looking at them again? Everyone has a tablet? Let's compare them to the respective pillars. Keep an eye out for even the smallest differences. I'm gonna guess it has to do with the golden bits. Maybe. Like, Or maybe not. Unless I'm missing something, the cliffs appear to be identical. The only difference being that the tablets have hollows where the keystones are to be fitted. So now that we've established that the scenes are the same, where do we go from here? The Dawn Servant said we were to retrace the path he walked in uniting Tyrell's peoples, and that we should encounter 7 electors along the way. Then we have the answer here in front of us. Papa's path is all laid out in the Tuliolal saga. Which means our first stop is what exactly? The events the glyphs portray. Do we know the exact locations where they took place? If one is close, we could go there and search for an elector. That would confirm we're on the right track. She's like, Let me think. The Lay of Reeds was in the nearby Hanu settlement. Papa took me there once. It was during festival season, and the whole village was alive with good cheer. There's also the Lay of Gold. That one involved the Pelu Pelu village. This is about the same distance from here. Ah, this is where the split happens. Before going anywhere, we should ask about the road ahead. I heard a lot of talk as we toured the city about the storm we passed through at sea. Apparently it ravaged Dawntrail several days ago. Since our roads are not as well paved as yours is, they're more susceptible to take damage from natural disasters. If we want to avoid wasting time making a dead-end trail, I suggest we spend a few moments making inquiries. If it's information we need, just leave it to me. I'll bring the information to us. He's like, oh god. It would be prudent to ensure we're prepared for the journey. I'll guide you to the accommodations I've arranged. Yay, in room. Right. Ooh, we get the fancy boat. Yeah, fancy stealth houses. What do you guys have to say? I wonder what she meant by that. That's right. The reservation is under Wuklamat's name. If you don't mind, I'll leave my companions to you. Certainly, sir. I'll go and track down the third promise. Once you have finished organizing your gear, you can meet us outside Zabalev Tai. Or T. Not sure. Greetings, visitors to Tuliolal, and welcome to the 4-Ard Cabins. Whenever you are ready, I will show you to your rooms. Thank you. Oh, this might be my new favorite inn spot. I will know once I actually see the inn spot. Make use of your cabin? Yes, please. Let's see. Armoire, glamour dresser, crystal bell, summoning bell. Orchestrion. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, yep, new favorite inn room. Right here. Alright, I need to do some tinkering around with the audio. So for now, thank you all so much for joining me. If you like this video, leave a like and a comment. If you want to see more, hit subscribe and the bell, and I'll see you guys next time.